You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. Last week, it was very disconcerting when we heard the news about Trey Holly's arrest. Over the weekend, Trey Holly took to social media to declare his innocence, says he has been falsely identified, accused, and arrested. He is 100% innocent, and the people that know me know this is not my character at all. He put, quote, I was not involved in the incident at all. Want to get a little more info, figured we go up to North Louisiana. Aaron Dietrich is a sports director at KNOE up there. He's going to spend a couple of minutes with us here. Aaron, we appreciate it, man. How are you?
Good, Matt. Hey, I was going to tell you, first of all, just on social media, congratulations. It looks like Timmy B is your new agent, so job well done there.
He's a great dude, man. He is. He's been a great resource for me for a lot of years, man. But yeah, if you haven't seen, you can go on Twitter. You can see Tim said some nice things today. Let me go back, Aaron, and just start when you. Look, I mean, you covered Trey Holly, obviously in high school. When you saw the story initially, what was your reaction?
Shell-shocked. First of all, we'd heard rumors and, that he may be connected to something. And once the shootings happened on Friday, you were like, all right. And then kept hearing more and more, and you're just hoping, well, that's not true. And literally, I've been in this market now for 24 years, and I'd probably say Trey Holly, I've probably interviewed him as much as any other athlete I've covered in my career. And just the fact how successful he was, and the fact, he led Union to 3 straight championships. So it was totally out of character. You never expected it. I mean, when would you expect somebody's name to be connected with second-degree attempted murder?
Sure. Can you just elaborate a little more on Trey Holly, the person, the character? Because one of the things he did note in his social media post is, as he said, those who know me know this is not my character at all. So What can you tell us about Trey?
Yeah, first of all, great character from what we know, and then just very personable kid. I mean, he was one of those guys that, I'm talking past tense here,
sure,
but one of those guys that, this is the last thing you would think. And just speaking to his teammates through the years, and certainly the coaching staffs, I mean, they always talked about what a leader he was. And whenever we go up there, he always wanted to, deflect the spotlight off him and more onto his offensive linemen and his teammates, because certainly, as he was chasing this record, everybody was looking at him and what he accomplished, and he kept trying to talk about his teammates. So I thought that said a lot about him and his character.
Sure. Is there anything, Aaron, to this point, more that we know? Like, can you just tell us what we know, encapsulate the story as of right now?
So from what we pretty much know from the Sheriff's Department, there was an altercation at one apartment complex that Trey Holly and his family live into. And that spilled into the other apartment complex. And we know 3 people are arrested, Trey Holly, another individual, then, of course, Trey Holly, a relative of him, who is a juvenile. So we know there was shots fired. At this point, we don't know who fired the shots, and if all 3 of them fired shots, who hit the 2 victims. Of course, there was a male and a female.
Do we know yet, Aaron, so if the incident, the shooting, took place at the apartment complex where Trey Holly and his family live, do we know if he just happened to be in the apartment complex, or did that shooting involve anyone with his family or anyone that he knows?
Yeah, the Sheriff's Department has said that it spilled into the other apartment complex. So, and if you just go from his post alone, which I don't know about you, Matt, but I thought it was a little strange. I thought it was, it was enlightening, the fact that he posted something on social media. And I hope he consulted with his lawyer before he did that.
Yes.
But if you read that post, somewhere in the middle of it, he talks about he was at home. Now, I don't know if he's referencing he was at home in Farmerville, talking about he wasn't in Baton Rouge, he was back in Farmerville, or if he was referencing he was in his apartment or in his home when the shooting took place.
That was my initial reaction too. Did he mean? I was going to ask that question. If he meant he was at his home, his physical home, or his hometown, as it were stated there. Aaron Dietrich's with us, sports director at KNOE. He's on Twitter at Aaron's Aces if you want to give him a follow there. Do we know a timeline yet, Aaron, for what is next in the legal process?
I do not. And that was another thing I thought was interesting, the fact that the shooting took place Friday and the fact that the arrest and him, of course, turning himself in didn't take place till Thursday. And as every day and every hour passed leading up to it, you kept hearing more and more and more. So you have to feel like, just in terms of how long it took the authorities to bring him in and the other two suspects, that they certainly did their homework.
Do we know anything about Trey Holly's representation? The attorney that's representing, is it a family friend? Is it a well-known attorney in Union Parish?
Just from what I understand, the Advocate reported, I thought it was a Baton Rouge attorney, but don't quote me on that.
No, okay, that's totally fine. Is there anything else as of this point that we know or can expect as far as when Trey Holly might be in court next, or what the next steps are from the Union Parish Sheriff's Department?
Yes, I do not know that information.
Okay, man, it's such a it's a story that I think caught everybody by surprise, the way that it has happened. But if I would ask you one thing, I am going to ask you to speculate.
Okay.
When you read Trey Holly's post, maybe not even speculate, Aaron, just your opinion. When you read the post, what was your impression of what Trey Holly said?
That he didn't do it, and he's going to fight the entire process, and that he just wanted to make sure that his fans knew that he wasn't involved in this.
He is Aaron Dietrich, on Twitter at Aaron's Aces, sports director there at KNOE. I know it's so challenging when you're talking about charges this significant and real. You never want to try to speculate. You want to let due process play out the way that it has. But I appreciate.
Matt, I go back to the
please.
fact, we cover so many guys, in high school, and nothing. You get so skeptical through the years, and incidents happen, and of course things. But you get to a point where nothing really surprises you. Well, quite frankly, this shocked me, just because of the second-degree attempted murder charge, and just knowing a little bit about Trey. And listen, we throw out the words, hometown hero all the time. It's cliche. But you literally look at a kid. How many times have we seen it when a kid is still in high school, or they have a day for him, or they give him the key to the city? This all happened to Trey. I mean, this was November 5th of 2022, after he broke the state's all-time leading rusher record. I mean, it's pretty heady stuff. And for this to come full cycle, and for this to happen in his city to the hometown hero, it is just a bizarre storyline.
Yeah, we will. We'll certainly hope for the best, and that if there were crimes committed, whoever committed them are brought to justice. But obviously, that the truth is told as well. Aaron, we appreciate a couple of minutes, man. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.